Thrifting besties, and welcome to episode 2 of our mini series, The Approval Detox, Reclaiming Peace from Performance. Let's dive in. Okay, so in the last episode, we talked about what happens when our worth starts to get tangled up in what we do, in productivity, how others see us, and whether or not we're enough. But in this episode, I want to slow things down even a little more and really explore something that often gets overlooked when we've spent years living for the approval of others, and that's our own emotions. And be sure to stay till the end. I'm going to drop for you and show you exactly how to get in touch with your emotions, and it's not scary. I promise. Before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this episode, let's define what people-pleasing and high-functioning codependency looks like and what it is. People-pleasing and high-functioning codependency is not a diagnosis, but rather it's a learned behavior through early attachment to your caretakers. People-pleasing is the act of making others happy to avoid conflict or negative feelings. When we people-please, we are operating from some belief someone else's needs matter more than our needs do. And this is a problem. Not only will you burn out emotionally and physically, but neglecting your needs over time leads to inauthentic relationships. You may feel as you are always adjusting who you are to fit the mold to those around you, and this is an issue. Do our friends and family even know us? But let's look at this. When we're stuck in performance mode, as I like to say, approval addiction mode, emotions can feel inconvenient. We learn to hide them, to fix them, push them under the rug, or maybe even rush past them because they don't always look like they're helpful. Maybe we were told that sadness makes us weak, or anger makes us dramatic, or that we should always be grateful, spiritual bypassing, even when our hearts are so heavy. You may have been labeled, like I was, as too sensitive or overly sensitive, which, that's for another series, another day, because I got some words on that. But now you may be thinking, yes, Haley Lynn, I know I'm highly sensitive, I know I'm an empath. Why go more into my emotions? Can't I just hold boundaries and fix this whole thing? Yeah, no. Can I put on my psychology hat for a second? Okay, here is a little recap of Psych 101 for you all. Our thoughts create our emotions, which create our actions. Thoughts, emotions, actions. T.E.A. for short. Easy way to remember it. There are a lot of blogs and books and podcasts on boundaries, and I love boundaries. I love that for us, but being your thrifting therapist bestie, I'm holding us to a deeper level of healing. What happens when you hold a boundary and then you don't have new beliefs, thoughts, or emotions to back up the boundary? You probably have already guessed it. The boundary falters and it breaks. If you focus on just boundaries to recover from chronic people-pleasing, you're slapping a band-aid on an issue that needs a heart transplant, stitches, and some major PT, okay? But friend, listen, emotions aren't the enemy of peace. They're actually the doorway back to it. And when we slow down and let ourselves feel, we begin to hear what our body and soul have been trying to tell us for years. The exhaustion might be whispering, hey, you've been caring too much. The anger might be saying a boundary is being crossed. The sadness might gently be reminding you something mattered deeply to you. Exploring our emotions isn't about wallowing in them. It's about welcoming them as messengers and not monsters. I know for some of us that are highly sensitive, we think of our emotions as monsters, but they are not. Let's go thrifting and continue this conversation on emotional healing and why it's important to start here. And let's go thrifting. So often we're taught to push through, to be strong, to stay positive. But somewhere along the way, that strength can become silence. And in that silence, our emotions start whispering, trying to get our attention. Maybe those emotions will start giving you a headache, or your back will start to ache. Emotions need to be felt. Every emotion you feel, sadness, anger, guilt, joy, anxiety, it's not random. It's your body's way of communicating something really important. Emotions are messengers. They're not our enemy. They're signals inviting us to listen and not to judge. When you feel anger, it might be saying something doesn't feel fair. When you feel sadness, it could be whispering you've lost something important. Please slow down and grieve. When anxiety rises, it might be trying to protect you, telling you that something feels uncertain and you might need comfort and reassurance. I know for myself, I used to spend so much energy trying to hide and control my feelings. I became a crockpot. You know what happens when you release a crockpot and all that steam comes up the top? that was my brain. But emotions aren't meant to be controlled. They're meant to be understood. The moment you stop fighting them and start listening to them, you step into that self-leadership role. You stop living reactively and start responding with wisdom, which is huge as recovering people pleasers and people that struggle with high-functioning codependency. Because when we're asked to do something or we hear a family member's issues, we're so quick and reactive to respond, but they never asked for it. So it's important that we step into self-leadership and stop living reactively. Listening to your emotions does not make you weak. It makes you aware. It helps you see what's missing, what you need, what you value, what boundaries have to be honored. When we were little, many of us learned that our needs were too much, that it was better to keep peace than to speak up. But every time you pause to ask, what is this emotion trying to tell me? You are reteaching yourself that your needs do matter. You're creating a safe inner space where your feelings are welcome, where they don't have to scream to be heard and get to that blinding headache because you're listening to them. Here's the truth, friend. You cannot meet a need you refuse to name. When you ignore your emotions, your needs stay unmet. And that's when burnout, resentment, or emptiness quietly build. But when you pause and listen, you begin to care for yourself the way you've cared for everyone else. Listening to your emotions is not self-indulgence, it's self-responsibility. It's how you stay connected to your heart so you can live from wholeness instead of survival. So the next time a wave of emotion rises, instead of pushing it away, I want you to place a hand on your heart and simply ask, what are you trying to tell me, anger? What are you trying to tell me, frustration? And then listen gently, because the more you listen, the more that you teach your heart that it's safe to feel and that your needs are worthy of being met. You are safe to listen, you are safe to need, you are safe to be a human. And all of our emotions lead us back to a need. So the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, stop and ask yourself, what am I feeling? Is it tiredness? Can I close my eyes for 10 minutes? Can I put on Miss Rachel for my kids and go in the other room and take a few deep breaths? Okay, maybe you're noticing an aching feeling. Oh man, I'm feeling my back ache. Ooh, this was actually a real life example for me just 2 weeks ago. My back is aching and it's not getting better. What do I need? I need help. I need a doctor. I'm gonna go to the chiropractor. Now you might be asking yourself, why feel these emotions for recovering from people pleasing? Well, when you people please, you're abandoning yourself. So by listening to your emotions and meeting that need, by going to the chiropractor, by going in the other room and letting your kids be for 10 minutes, you are reteaching yourself that you will show up for you, that you will not self-abandon. Yes, boundaries are great. Yes, I love a good self-development podcast. I listen to those when I clean. But at the end of the day, a lot of those things focus on action, and we need to go back to the basics of healing our emotions and being more attuned to ourselves. The boundaries will come. The action will come. I believe that for you. I believe that for myself. But what I want you to focus on deeply and truly is honoring your emotions, naming them, and meeting the need. And if you're ready to keep doing this inner work together, I do want to invite you to a live workshop I'm doing on November 24th. It's called the Approval Detox Workshop. We're going to go deeper into releasing the need to earn, love, learning to rest without guilt, and gently reconnecting with who you were before you felt all that pressure to perform. You can sign up through the link in the description below. But as we finish up this thrift trip, let's head home. I can't wait to show you the haul, and stick around because I want to share with you the number one way I stop and I feel my emotions so we can start healing them. Why am I like this? I hope that thrifting trip really uplifted you and helped you understand your emotions a little bit more. Let's dive into the haul. So the first thing I picked up were these Christmas books for my sons. I picked up 7 of them. Really cute Christmas books. My mother-in-law had this great idea to get 25 books, wrap them so my kids can open a book every single day leading up to Christmas. And the only thing is we had to get 25 Christmas books. We were like 7 shy. So I picked up all these fun Christmas books. This came out to about $15. So 8 books for $15 is a pretty good steal. Next for our haul, I picked up this beautiful silk scarf. I love the little cottage core carriage horse. I hope my camera's picking that up, but it's really cute with the leaves and the cottage core colors. I'm starting to sew and I absolutely love it. You gotta let me know, comment below if you are a sewer. My friend Hannah taught me how to make a bag recently and it was so much fun. I documented that on my Instagram if you wanna go check that out. But one thing I'm looking for at the thrift store is fabric in curtains or sheets, but like really nice thicker fabric that I can use for purses because I want to keep practicing that design. And I thought this was such a beautiful plaid for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I'll be making a purse out of this and then possibly in my next thrifting video, I can show you the purse completed. The next fabric I picked up is this really pretty plaid yellow. I thought this would be nice for the spring and summer. And again, same thing, I was gonna make a bag. I just want to keep practicing my forward stitch and using wadding. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. But I thought this was a really nice fabric. And how much was this? This was $4.49, but it was the color of the day. So I got this for like $2. Moving right along to home decor, I picked up this beautiful little teacup for $1.49. I know this is a really popular brand. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it, but I'll show you the maker's mark. I've seen this all the time when I go thrifting. I love the cream and brown. It's beautiful. For Thanksgiving, I'm going to put it right up here. So if you all see, I hang my teacups underneath my cabinet. And for the holiday, I can change it out and hang it up right there. We might as well just leave it up there. I think it is so cute, but that was my plan because it's just a warmer tone for Thanksgiving. The next item I picked up is this beautiful blue pottery. You know what's hilarious? I love the maker's mark here, is it says $4.49 and then it says $7.49. To be honest with you, I wasn't paying attention which one he scanned, so that's kind of funny. Anyways, I love the handle and the scalloped edges. Next, I picked up this beautiful milk glass flower pitcher, something propagation canister. Now, I usually don't collect milk glass. I know it is highly collectible, but I thought this one was really pretty. I loved all the details around the rim, the scalloped edges, really pretty. Now, I went to check out and this didn't have a tag on it. So the worker gave it to me for $1.49, which is a major steal. If you all go to antique stores or vintage stores or even resellers of vintage and antique items, milk glass usually sells for like $15 to $20. So this was a great buy. Maybe this will be the start of my milk glass collection. We'll see. The last item I picked up is an early Christmas item. I picked up this beautiful brass bell for $1.49 and it has a little brass bell attached. I don't know if this is real brass. I haven't checked it. Someone painted it pink inside, but I thought this would be beautiful on a stack of books in my kitchen or in my living room for the holiday season. I cannot wait to decorate and go thrifting with y'all for Christmas. But this was just giving me early Christmas vibes, and I think it is just so cute and dainty for the home. Lastly, I want to share with you a life coaching skill and a therapy skill that I use with my clients on how to feel and honor your emotions. I want you to ask your emotion a what question. What can I do now? What are you trying to teach me? What is a way I can respond to this emotion? What do you need from me? What questions are very proactive? They help you move forward. We may not be asking our emotions why consciously, but subconsciously we might be kind of running the soundtrack in our mind of why is this happening to me? Why is it always me? Why can't I do anything? Why? When you ask your emotions a why question, you kind of stay in like this victim state and like your feet are stuck in mud. But when you ask your emotion a what question, what can you teach me? What are you here to tell me? What do you need from me? Then you start becoming your own therapist a little bit. You start kind of moving forward because again, all of our emotions are messengers. They're here to tell us something. They're not here to to drive us crazy. If you've stuck around till the end because we love the girlies that do, go ahead and comment down below Inside Out, because if you have not seen that movie, you need to go watch that right after this video. It is the cutest movie on core emotions, and it might make you cry. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me cry every time. If you're loving this series, learning about codependency and feeling like you would love to go deeper, on November 24th, I am hosting a live 90-minute workshop where I coach you live on how to heal from people pleasing. It's called the Approval Detox Workshop, Reclaiming Peace from Performance. All right, y'all, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye friends.